Okay, welcome back to Sport Talks again. I'm trying to bring this series back. I'm trying to bring it back because it's just my channel's never grown like it did when I was doing this, and these are videos I enjoy. Sport is my life, really. I just get so caught up in these COD Mobile videos. I need to make these videos because it's just what I've done since really. This was my first natural move for my channel. It was meant to be playing FIFA, and it moved just naturally into talking about sports. And I've not got any articles today talking about, but I am going to talk about round one of AFL, which isn't done yet. It's only two games have been played. I forgot what the first one was. The first one was Richmond Carlton. The second one last night was Collingwood Bulldogs. And I'm also going to talk about Federer a little bit and his comeback in tennis. I'm going to start with that. Basically, he came back in the... maybe I should have done a bit of research first. What was it? It was... phone's right here. He came back in... just going to start fast, I searched it up. He came back in a tournament, got to the first round pretty easily, pretty well breezed through the first round. And second round, they said he looked like vintage Federer. Just looked like normal Federer playing, and then he gassed out, fell apart. Not fell apart. His opposition started playing all over him, and he lost the game as a result of it. I'm not going to say I'm surprised at that really, because he will not have the fitness he once had at the moment, because he's had 400 something days out. That's well over a year. I'm looking at trying to find what tournament it was. I'm actually looking at his Doha. It was a tournament in Doha, so I don't know what the tournament's actually called, but he got to the first round, lost second round, as I said. They say it looked like a vintage Federer. I didn't watch it myself, I had no way of watching it. They say it looked like his normal self until midway through the second set, where he just started to basically tie. He couldn't keep it up because he hasn't had he's like 42 or whatever he is, and two, he doesn't have the stamina he once had, because he's trying to come back from 2 knee surgeries, and it takes a long time to get the stamina needed for a tennis match, especially when you're the age he is. So hopefully we can see him get that ability to play out a game, push people deep into the 5th set back, because that's what's won him a lot of games and a lot of Grand Slams, especially when he's versing people like Djokovic and Nadal. You never really get a win against him outside of 5 sets, and if he can't hold 5 sets, there's no chance of him winning a Grand Slam, especially if he has to verse Djoko and Nadal, which honestly he's going to have to verse Djoko and Nadal. Obviously, there's no way he's not going to have to verse Djoko and Nadal at some stage. You have to knock one of them out. If he doesn't, then he's being gifted a good chance by the people around him. And then there's even players like Tsitsipas and Team, and even Kyrgios. He's beaten Nadal a few times. I know he's Kyrgios, but he has so much ability in Kyrgios. He just needs to channel it, and it's such a good disappointment for all Aussie tennis fans, because he could easily be a player that can win a Grand Slam, but he's not going to, I don't think, because he just can't seem to channel his skill and ability into the right areas. I don't know why. He just almost like he's just playing down a game with his mates. I don't even know how to explain I don't even know how to explain it. I just can't see him winning one. If he's got the skill, easily got the skill to win one, but I don't know if he's going to. I'm going to move on swiftly to tennis, to footy even. First game of this 2021 Premiership season was Carlton-Richmond. Now, Carlton looked like the better team in this game. They just didn't have that little polish, which you'll see what happened in the other game as well, and probably games today. They just didn't have that little polish. Richmond had that Dusty Lynch, what's his name, Butler, whatever his name is. They had that little flair, Rioli. They had that superstar factor that won them that game, even though they weren't playing as the better team, except for maybe the last quarter. Even though they weren't playing and being the better team, that little superstar factor got them over the line, over the team who probably definitely played better in the game in terms of general play, just didn't have that little polish to finish off chances, create goals, and put something on the scoreboard. So same thing as last night. We saw actually not really. We saw a Bulldogs team which had the same problem. but Collingwood didn't have that superstar factor, at least playing for them. Sidebottom was on the bench. Pendlebury didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a good game. Dodgy I barely saw really. I watched the whole game, and he definitely wasn't a major factor. I saw him play on when they had an easy chance for 20 out and kick a point. Apart from that, I don't really remember him touching the ball that much. Like, he literally did that little in the game. Yeah, so with Collingwood, if they play like they did last night, I don't see them getting higher than 10th. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to get higher than 10th. I highly doubt they will play that poorly all season, because they did not play well. Like, Bulldogs, apart from little spurts, did not play that well. They played okay. At times they played really well, but generally, like, it was nothing special from Bulldogs. And at no point did I think Collingwood were on top of that game. There was little, obviously, every footy game there's like little few minute moments. Even if you're thrashing, you think, oh shit, are they going to come back? Well, normally. Obviously there's the odd occasion where they won't. But there was, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, Bulldogs weren't playing very well at all. They just didn't have. So Collingwood just didn't have anything to really push them with. As I said, if they play like that, which they won't, they will be better than that, or I hope for their sake they will. The rest of the season, I don't really give a shit about Collingwood, but if they play like that for the rest of the season, they will not get in the top 8, and I don't even think they'll get 9th. I think they will end in 10th if they play like that all season. Because Bulldogs will be late top 8, I reckon. Depending how teams, because obviously there's always a team you think they're going to do well, which flops, and a team you think is going to do bad, which does look better. It's just how sport works. Be interesting to see how the West Australian team, because I'm a West Aussie, how they play tonight and tomorrow, or is it both tomorrow? I don't quite remember. Probably should check that. I don't even know who we're versing actually. I hope we can win. I'm an Eagles fan. I hope Fremantle will win as well. They probably will. They're going to look better this year. I reckon we being Eagles will get 6, 7, 8. And I think Fremantle will be probably around Collingwood area, maybe just making there. They're going to be right on the verge, I think, again. I think they're going to be stronger, but I think the whole league's a bit stronger this year. Apart from that, I don't think I really have much else to talk about, so it's been JDS. Thanks, bye. See you next time. See ya.